Siapa sih yang
Tahu no Senin main ya. Apaan anjing?
kenapa? Lah itu kan udah didaftarin, terus tiba-tiba udah lengkap semua gitu kan.
Baik. Tapi emang lucu sih maksudnya.
Ya ntar lu tahun depan ikut yang AMD aja lah.
Yoi. Nggak. Gua rubah, gua nggak bakal streaming, nggak bakal bacotin mam. Cuman gua bakal bikin communication kalian asik. Warteg Barokah communication, siap.
Banyak ngomong lu.
Jadi gratis, jadi gua nggak pakai menggunakan. Jadi gua ngeluarin energi. Gua ngeluarin energi udah kalian komunikasi.
Udah mulai.
Ya, kalian komunikasi ya, siap ya. Gua udah record nih.
Lu udah siap denger gua bacotin kontol.
Ya, nggak masalah. YouTube gua itu parental, men, bebas.
Isi sensor
Gameplay tuh.
Let's go baby.
Let's go.
Good luck guys.
Oke guys, happy watching.
Gua zero.
Nggak dapat.
Gua zero, sorry.
Nice.
Gua masih zero ya.
Ya. Gua juga low.
Gua nunggu Rob. Gua naik.
Mobil bus mereka di belakang. Bye.
Nice.
Lanjut aja. Deal.
Nice. Gua gaung.
Gua nggak ada bus ya.
Oke.
Gua coba aja. Kayak squirrel dapat duluan.
Gila bisa?
Nggak dapat gua. Habis
Oh,
bisa.
shit.
Bisa habis anjir.
First miss of the day. Of the game. Of the series.
Well, it's not made a difference to the defense for
Gua follow ya.
as we said,
Yeah.
their best defense was their great offense. And they're starting things off on the right foot for themselves as they take the first goal in about 32 seconds.
Gua coba.
Exactly 32
Nice.
seconds.
Gua mau nge-twist di belakang kanan.
They need to
Gua coba maju.
just push
Okay.
defenders back a little
Udah
bit.
itu kalau mau
Defense test.
Gua.
They're saying,
Okay.
you say that you're the best defenders. All right, go
Mau
ahead
maju?
and defend then.
nice. Gua di kiri nunggu dia.
Berarti
Gua tahan.
nice.
Gua.
Bela. Gua di kanan sih.
Salah gua sorry.
Ada gua.
Sekali lagi kalau bisa.
Nah. Nggak bisa lagi. Aduh, gua nggak bisa nggak ada. Gua lagi balik.
Awas ada open.
Ini dioper di.
That's so unfortunate. Seek it
Nice. Gua masih mengutus.
work to get that in possession and just
Oh,
bounces along the goal line. No goal dropping for WARTEG Barokah.
Nggak bisa gua nggak ada bos gua.
Back on the front
Baby.
after that little bit of a dilemma back on their own back line. They're two in front now with
Anjir nggak nyangka sih Raffi.
Biar gua.
Apaan?
Kalau dapat bus bisa gua. Nggak bisa nang.
Oh. Oke.
Gua kiri.
WARTEG Barokah may have some great dishes and food options, but it seems they don't have much when it comes to defense
Amen.
right now.
Oke.
Gua di bawah
I've
nunggu.
just been told brilliant commentator down in the OCE Asian
Audrey?
region of Gex. He says apparently best defenders
Amen.
Asia is literally just an in-joke
Bubba,
between
yeah.
him and Squirrel.
Gua.
He dared me to call
Audrey?
Nice.
stream and I did.
Cak.
He did.
Nggak ada apa.
So,
Ada gua miss
they
nih.
are living
Aduh, gua miss. Aduh, fuck.
Aduh, nggak bisa.
Are they the best?
Sorry.
See your name.
No problem. It's okay.
Bus nggak ada.
That Squirrel,
At least in this one.
he's looking sharp as well. He's just super soft.
Kayak dari dulu masih dapat.
Made a meal of it. Jumped so early.
Gua follow.
Kalau mana ada?
Pressure,
Awal-awal.
and they feel that, and then
Nggak, gonya yang
jump
bisa sih.
before you turn rather than turn before you jump. He didn't have
Gua
much
naik.
to turn there, but
Okay.
the early jump just really ended up ruining it, and that's a really
What the fuck?
powerful goal.
Sekarang dari belakang
It's
gua.
really dense what you feel you're capable of, because
Nice.
last time he did
Awas,
end up looking a bit
Erwin.
silly there.
Nggak bisa.
Gua.
So we said WARTEG Barokah were the really
No problem.
Gue juga bingung kalau diginiin gimana.
Panik lah.
This silver, yes, we are silver.
you were saying earlier, a lot
Ya yang
of
penting silvernya qualifier.
on this roster came as substitutes from other rosters just
Aduh, sorry.
to form this team for the Intel.
Jelek passingnya.
And that's not something
Red touch.
Gua nggak bisa.
common
Thank you.
throughout the course of this week. Other players, maybe substitutes, maybe even starting members of given rosters just forming together,
lagi?
try and form a
Gua
team
zero.
to maybe challenge the top
Gue.
dogs or
Wah, anjir.
themselves, and they are
Pas
certainly
banget,
the
kan?
underdogs here. This
man.
looks like it's going to be 5, and it will. Scroll gets it this time.
He had I mean, there's just good vibes here from his teammates.
Bisa
Squirrel's
juga
getting
kalau nggak dikenal.
another one. It could easily have been stolen. Could easily have stole that goal, could Raftwang, but good vibes. Smiley
Sama.
face.
Iya, dia mau kanan.
Letting Squirrel get
Gua kanan ini.
teammate. We all
Aduh, si Oven tadi posisi.
Is the one that they've got here on Best Defenders Asia.
Duluan deh. Gua
And you
low.
talk about, of course, the sub Sika Abyss coming in. He was also a sub back in the Indonesian nationals for, guess what team? Broccoli.
Anjir.
Right?
Gue di belakang.
I mean, maybe he's learned a tip or two. And
Nice.
he has. It's not coming to fruition right now, as they did start strong and they absolutely should have equalised at 1-1. But
Nice.
since then, it's all
Jadi,
turned quite ugly.
Very ugly indeed, and Scroll just trying to
Gue kan.
put the pressure on a little bit. And it would be
2-0.
good for WARTEG Barokah to get one goal in this game. They
Nah,
obviously
masuk
got blown at 11
Terus?
to 1 in the
Masuk.
first game of the day. Not quite at this
Nggak, belum.
level
Nggak ada,
just
Bos.
yet.
Oh,
Boleh nggak nempel lagi, biar nempel.
From Squirrel, but he does have the momentum to send it
Oh,
back
fuck.
into the corner.
Masuk.
Gue
I
kan.
don't think this
Nice
is
cover.
the level of an 11-1 quite.
no.
No, but it's got that kind of vibe about it. You feel that WARTEG Barokah, at least at this
Nunggu.
early going in the series, they are getting outmatched and outclassed.
Nice.
Yeah, it has escalated since
Okay,
the
look,
first
my
minute
bad.
or two.
Wah, wah, wah.
It's ironic
Ya,
because
gue
that's
masih di belakang lu
exactly
persis.
what they did against Broccoli, right? They start
Ada yang-
strong, but when that confidence goes, it really does go.
Gue lagi nyebutin
You
gue
see
sih.
Enoxe trying to get the ball forward, but there's just no options. They are
Oh,
fully
terus.
on the defensive,
Duluan,
trying to
Sa-
dial up and save
Oh,
face.
gue baru mau ngebom dia. anjir.
Blame them. Maybe they can get a counter attack.
Wah,
here.
anjir,
Sika
nggak
Abyss
hoki banget.
pops it,
Belum.
but Raftwang and all three of the
okay.
best defenders Asia players, they're just so much more efficient in how they move about.
Anjir,
It's about
cepet naiknya gue.
getting way more boost,
Apa?
being more comfortable. They just are
Cepet banget naiknya si Squirrel, nggak bisa gue.
who scored again.
It's that
Kalau itu
Squirrel
kalau naik langsung ditahan semua, busnya dihabisin langsung. Tiba-tiba busnya jadi 200
Si
sih.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
He was scoring quite often in the Kitten series. He had a couple of great goals. 6-0 here, and Squirrel
Gua low.
starting to show what he is capable
Lewat
of
situ.
with the rest of best
Ah.
defenders. I don't think we're going to quite see a Brazil. Maybe see 7-0 as Raftwang gets
Jangan biarin mereka ngeluarin dia.
one here from
Oh fuck, jadi meme kita
Set up
anjing.
the Brazil
Oh,
opportunity.
And there's 17 seconds left. That involves 2 digits, a 1 and a 7. Is that foreshadowing? It could be
Be
a premonition of what is to come.
I get it.
Could see
Hey.
it happening. I mean, a credit to Enoxe there. It would have been a disaster had he missed. And it was cross-field. It is going to be 6-1. It is going to be their
Yeah.
first goal of the series, and hopefully not the last. In fact, I'd be very surprised that it is, if it is. They've had some good offense that's shown at times. Speaking of good offense, though, Squirrel with an absolutely blazing doink. That would have been a way to get it. But will they actually get it here? It is air dribbled nicely. It is popped away by Zila, though. A great touch to make there, as everyone was hounding him down there. He had
Jordi.
a goal lever. It will go down. We will not get the Brazil, but best defenders Asia, they are very much on top right now.
very much so. I'm still upset. We've still to see, well, at least me and you are still to see a Brazil this week. This is our last opportunity. to
Straight into the
possibly
next
see
game.
what it is. I reckon if best defenders are to go on and face Kittens, I think that one might be a little bit more competitive. I mean, we saw 3 out of the 4 games they played earlier, games, 2 of which went to overtime. So for best defenders, I think if they do go and just get WARTEG Barokah done and dusted here, win the next 2 games fairly cleanly. They'll have
Biasa,
to do
PS kan gitu emang.
against the Kittens in that lower qualification game. They're still to get past WARTEG here. Do you reckon
ngeliatin.
Ya, nggak bisa.
to try and save
Gue juga nggak ada.
What we've seen so far of WARTEG
Andre?
Barokah is their strong starts.
Ayo.
Nothing to
Gua masih nol,
to and cling
Ya, tangain aja
to.
kalau
During that,
mau pan nggak apa-apa.
really struggled to stretch
Lagi,
my
lagi.
belief, but you see here they are
Adit.
breaking through and they are
Maybe.
trying to lead
Gua di
up
bawah.
in the blue half. Easy
Wah,
strike
su.
first, if certainly if there's a
Oh, dia
mistake
miss.
on the best defenders Asia side, but they will be
Nice.
to prove the
Under.
best defenders Asia. But of course, you look at Broccoli and
Menunggu,
both their
menunggu.
series today. What a
Maju aja, maju.
from
Eh,
round
udah,
one.
udah.
Outrageous
Pas,
there.
sekarang.
I could easily
kelas.
1-0, but that's safe.
Mabet.
The pre-jump,
No problem.
Harusnya gue
absolutely
majuin, anjir.
perfect, and the pre-jump saves are not
nungguin.
going to be there at the other end. Raftuang, the difference maker right now.
An optimistic move to set him up off it as well. He's done that so well. Yes, he's moved
What?
out of the Merc, which we're all
Watch it, yeah.
disappointed in, back to the Fennec,
Yeah,
which is
we're
basically a slimmed down Merc. It's you know, just a little bit of fat off the top, just trim that
Hati.
away. It's like
Nice.
the Merc.
Nggak dapat.
You know the 11-foot 8 bridge on YouTube. It's like it just tears the lid off of any truck that goes through it.
Nggak dapat scroll.
That's exactly what the Fennec looks like. It looks like if a Merc drove through a low bridge and just tips the roof off.
Sorry.
Stopped halfway.
Mana nih?
So it
Nice.
was just about
Gua coba sih.
from dealer. He was going back towards his own net.
Nice.
Momentum taking him and
Nggak tuh si anjing. God damn, son.
inside the post.
Let's go.
Poke just inside the post. Is
Bisa mepet gitu asli.
this
Sheesh.
angle.
Impossible angle, fair enough, but he gets it
Apa?
nonetheless.
Lumayan di stream golin. Golinnya itu nggak pas 6-1 gitu loh.
Yeah.
I think that is what
Dapat.
needs to start utilizing.
Terus.
Utilize these
Goblok.
surprising attacks down
Hati.
quickly. That's what
Benar.
their game plan really needs to be if they want to have
Satu maju nih.
any chance
Aduh,
here
gua
against
awkward,
the
anjir.
best defenders
Kira Wari
Asia.
dapat.
No problem.
And I think you were going to mention it as well. That
Anjir.
Si Squirrel naikin so. Udah gue juga nggak bisa ngapain.
Ini juga angle-nya anjing.
Performance in the past from Squirrel is beautiful. This guy is so good on the angle, even better.
Bucet ya.
Raftuang
Cobain.
is 2-1. We're going to talk about the fact
Gue di
that
kanan.
Broccoli in both their series conceded 2 goals.
Yes.
And
Gue di
currently,
kanan.
we're at the 2-goal mark for best defenders Asia. They
Lewat
can't
sih.
afford to concede
Gua
another
ikut naik lagi.
by that
Nice.
speed.
Oh,
I
gue doang.
think they will concede another. I can't imagine best defenders actually being the best defenders
Gua nunggu.
after what we've seen so far
Itu
today.
boomnya.
Yeah, I mean, best
Bisa nggak,
defenders. Well, if you take
Enggak lah, jauh.
total for the day,
What?
Broccoli have conceded 4
Oh,
goals.
pas.
Best defenders conceded a few more than that.
A few
Nice.
more.
Just a few more.
In their series against the
Aduh.
Kittens, they managed to
Ah, bisa gua balik
concede,
dulu.
yes, 11.
Enak.
So maybe the best defenders, at least
Terima
against
ulang.
Warteg here,
Yeah.
and they'd
What?
love to not concede
Gue
again.
balik.
I mean, the Brazil
Yeah.
has been set up 5 goals to fight if
Coba.
they are to get it, but
Maju aja.
Warteg, they have been a little bit
Shit,
better in
man,
this
this is
one, and
one.
we said at the start of the Broccoli
Wah,
series
anjir,
that
Pin.
we saw against
Scroll naik.
Warteg. This one, and this one looks
Ditonton dong kayak gini.
Ya,
Ini bro.
That's
Gila
not
nggak
Nice,
tuh?
as
nice.
well. Best defenders ended up with a big width in the middle. This angle
Ini
is
yang namanya masuk highlight anjing.
Oh, iya.
approach halftime here in game.
Gak apa-apa kalah, yang penting punya gol
Certainly
bagus
the best
aja.
defenders and
Yo.
the best defenders we all probably
Hati-hati,
knew
belakang.
that they
Beri bang,
would
beri
have
bang.
been. However, they have been slapped in the face with reality here. Vortex
Pas di bang.
are up and fighting, and this is what we needed. And they're going to get
Oh.
that confidence. They've proven that they can do it. They
Ah,
may be
dikit.
demoed by
Gua majuin,
Raftuang,
gua majuin.
but knowing they can do it.
Gua
like
nggak ada
this
wizard, sorry dit gua.
again.
Eh,
Hang on a minute, Kraft, man. I mean, this is suddenly very uncomfortable.
It's looking very sloppy from best defenders
Thank you.
Asia as well. Scroll was just so
Gua di
far
bawah.
out that, you know, wasn't entirely
harus
sure
sendiri deh.
where he was coming from, and he
Nice.
didn't even pick
Gua
up the boost.
gua
I'm
main
not sure
bagus.
how much he had left in the tank. He does manage to squeeze
Oh,
that
fuck,
ball
sorry.
game. He's
Gua
remained
majuan.
tied here. That's going to
Betul.
give Warteg
Setengah ya?
a lot
Nggak dapat,
of
nggak dapat.
confidence. The
Nice.
highest scoring
Buat
game
lu,
of
Dit.
the
Lu aja,
day
lu aja.
so far.
Oh, hey.
Oh, itu miss dia.
In
Free
a
goal.
couple of games.
Nice, no.
Here
Let's go.
in this
Why not get three?
semi-final, and they will
Bisa
get
lah.
3, and Noxie puts it in front.
It's another poor touch here. It's been
Klip lagi, klip lagi.
Klip lagi, klip lagi.
Hasn't got the touch.
Klip lagi.
Noxie with the third.
Gua kanan.
At least nama gue disebut 2 kali lah.
Yoi, lumayan.
Yoi.
Back in the upper bracket, the likes of Broccoli were missing
Dia tolong.
quite embarrassing open nets.
Gua zero.
Just on the goal line, of course.
Nice.
3-2.
Masih zero.
The scoreline, and suddenly
nice.
they need an equaliser with 90
Maju aja
seconds
deh
left,
gua.
and they're
Gua nunggu
probably
Rafa.
already casting
Dia
their
juga
minds they
nggak
were to the lower
Yeah.
final potential matchup against the Kittens, and of course,
Bisa.
like I mentioned earlier, a classic matchup wherein both the qualifiers and the Indonesian national the team that won in the uppers
Gue di
ended up
belakang.
losing in the lowers.
Bener.
And that certainly
Kalah
bodes
nih
well
gue.
for Best Defenders Asia if they get to that lower final qualification
Oh,
place. But at this
Gue
rate,
di-
they might not get to it at all. They're still down 3-2.
Nice tuh, Adit.
But like you said, Best Defenders Asia not expected to be in this position. 3-2 down with a minute left.
Beli satu dong.
And WARTEG
Beri
Barokah
bom.
with intent now to maybe even score the
Beri bom.
fourth. Optimistic
Udah
move
nggak,
now.
guys.
Try to roll this one round from the left-hand corner. Squirrel will go up to the back wall with no boost.
Aduh,
And every time
maaf.
they
Squirrel,
switch to
anjing,
a
sorry,
Best
babi.
Defenders Asia
Maaf,
player
maaf,
in
maaf.
the last maybe 30
Serious.
seconds or so, Tylato, they have not had a boost. I think Raffle there with 6.
Nice.
That's the most boost
Thank
I've
you.
seen him have in quite a while.
A slap
Oh, what
alone.
a shot though.
Terus.
Save from Dealer to get back in time. Once again, the master of the goal line save.
Wow,
Looks like he might own goal, but he
Oh,
doesn't
bad.
even make it close. That's dangerous again, though. No saving that. And
Nih, gue kira di sini
another
mau
setup
diambil.
from the optimistic
Yang penting ketat, yang penting
Nerves
ketat.
there so quickly.
Yang penting ketat.
Jangan malu-maluin.
Dengan nice.
Malu-maluin.
As is the
Warteg
shot.
masih bisa jualan habis ini.
3-3, 6 goals this game too.
That play is just how you draw it up on the whiteboard before you come out to the out to the field.
No, oke.
Lovely
Adik,
stuff.
clean.
And now Best Defenders Asia a chance now to close this one out and possibly even go to overtime.
Shit.
WARTEG Barokah would love to send this one in the last 10
Wah, nggak ada
seconds.
Nice, no. Good job.
Ratuang has other ideas though, has scrolled back and on
Satu.
here on the air dribble and knocks it, taken away. Optimistic Noob, he's been
Oh, it's
stuck in
dangerous.
his player, and he finds Squirrel yet
Wow,
again.
pretty sick.
Dealer gets the save, the third of the match for him.
Holy.
This is an overtime yet
Sorry,
again.
sorry.
Could be the save that keeps them in the
Nice,
tournament
nice.
here in
Semua dia sama
the
ini.
You can't really be affording to go
This is
too
a-
down
Aduh, gue di bawah.
unanswered here. WARTEG Barokah, they are preying on a mistake right now, and they force it out themselves. It's dangerous again, it's slipped and down off the
Nggak, oh, gue nih.
cross. Sea cutter, this is
Bisa, bisa.
not gonna find the back of the net though, but the panic on the Best Defenders or
Ah,
the
dapat
worst
gua.
defenders is really
Nice
evident to see on
Beri gol,
the
beri gol.
defense. Dealer, he's gonna make an uncharacteristic whiff, but
Dapat, dapat,
back
dapat.
in time, and Oxy is gonna bail him out, but for
Nice.
how long will it matter? It's down off the backboard again. It's
Oh,
still,
tunggu.
but dangerously sent towards his own net. The optimistic Noob, one whiff is there.
Yeah,
Still
nice,
central
nice.
Raftline. He's gonna miss, but the
No
respect,
problem.
the shot hasn't come through. It's bouncing and it's still dangerous, but the
No, no,
clear
no.
is there. Eventually from Raftline, WARTEG Barokah, they're really
Yeah.
too much space and respect, and once
Yeah.
again,
Nice, nice, nice.
he's got a miss on the back foot. And how have the Best Defenders got away with that?
I haven't a clue.
Oh,
Tyler.
yeah.
This overtime really should have been over.
Di gol kalau bisa.
Away with murder and WARTEG Barokah
Bye.
have done a better job of getting
Let's
this
go,
ball down.
baby! Warteg Barokah still on it, anjing.
Let's go, let's
And he does
Go.
get a game
Mantap.
scored for WARTEG
Asim datang, let's go,
Barokah.
let's go.
Nice game, dude.
Final.
bisa-bisa. Ini mereka super serius loh ini.
Side flip
Bisa,
from
bisa.
optimistic Noob as he gets the corner boost. This took that ball from end to end and somehow
What a game, gila.
game one, but this is a different
Gila, masih record gue.
play from
Parah, men.
America. They look like a different team.
Angin bet.
Well, no
Parah.
Asim, dapat satu klip saya.
Parah. Gila.
Satu klip ini redirect anjing.
Gila, Inox ada di recordan gue, Lik.
Anjir tuh dia.
This team.
I got it.
Honestly, they
Oh, lo, ya
seem
udah.
more attacking, more aggressive to WARTEG Barokah, and they know the Best Defenders Asia don't really have the best
Oh,
defense.
oh.
It's just it's all a
Oh,
ruse,
dia miss.
everybody.
Gimana?
They're just joking about
Aduh,
it.
sorry,
Sorry.
Go.
Chance at the start of this game.
Ah.
3 tied at 1 in the
Jauh, Pak,
series.
jauh.
And that could
Edit
have
dulu,
been
Edit.
ahead.
Ino kalau bisa
Gini.
belum.
Watch,
Nggak bisa,
that's
nggak
so
bisa. Gua nggak ada booster.
painful. They should be up in
Betul,
the
ha?
game, theoretically in
Darah.
the series as no
Udah dulu.
defenders were back again. I see a
Wancing.
great comment from chat here saying they never said what
Nice.
they're
Buset, ini bolanya mana gua kan?
not being the net, though. There's a very
Oh,
fair
thank you,
point
Tony.
here
Thank you.
as we somehow literally
Gua nggak ada booster.
somehow
Turun aja.
end up still
Gua
being
cuma
at
ada
0-0.
booster.
It's not the most
Wancing.
the worst part is it's probably not the most
Nggak masuk,
catastrophic
nggak ada
open net miss
Sorry,
we've
sorry.
had today, and yet this
Oh, yeah,
is
yeah.
what is happening under the pressure and potential to
Ya, gua duluan ya.
represent your
Gua
entire
ini sekarang.
country
Ya,
with so
salah satu.
much
Gua di
money
bawah.
on the line. It's no surprise that
Sekarang nggak ada
the
bus,
players
gua
are
ambilin
faltering.
bus.
It's so difficult to play under this level of expectation, and you see that out of the Best Defenders Asia, who are certainly favourites in
Nice,
this
no.
matchup,
Gua di
managed to
record.
lose at least
Sorry.
one game.
Nerves are jangling
Nggak
for
dapat
Best
tuh.
Defenders
Bisa
Asia,
gua.
looking to
Salah
have
gua.
that rematch
No
against
problem.
Kittens in
It's
the
okay.
qualification
Still
match,
play
and
good,
they
boys.
do
No problem,
finally
boys.
get one on the board. They should have been
Nah,
1-0 down. It should be tied at 1, but Best Defenders Asia have the lead.
It's a good recovery on the wall from Squirrel, though. Dealer not at the back post, couldn't
Follow,
contest that
follow,
ball. He
follow.
tried
Oh
hard
ya, gue
to
rekanan
get
dulu.
that block, but Optimistic Noob's shot was never gonna be stopped. As kickoff again here, but struck first half
Oh,
of
iya,
Best
terus?
Defenders Asia, you have to say.
Ya,
But it
gue
doesn't
tuh
really
kalau
matter.
mau maju
WARTEG
maju.
Barokah have come back from behind, and they easily
Nice.
could have gained.
Gue nunggu Rof.
Very much
Oh,
closer,
nice.
especially the way that Best Defenders Asia
Gila, ini jadi main.
Noxy will get a freebie.
Gua main kontrol
Orang
anjing.
gol.
Diduding,
Defenders
yo.
Asia.
Andika.
Tumbal proyek lo, tumbal.
Tumbal
Bang
proyek.
proyek ya udah dinyalain langsung skillnya anjing. Kuyang udah gue jadi kuyang.
I don't think Asia, I don't think we can say Asia has defending that bad.
Pasti
That's
itu.
not
Masuk,
representative.
masuk, masuk.
This is-
Gua masih di
We've seen
belakang.
fantastic. We've
Aduh.
seen some
Ini di
brilliant
kirinya
Asian
ini.
teams over the course of the
Aduh, nggak
week
bisa
here.
gua.
Aduh.
Thailand,
Oh,
and there have been better defenses
Gua
than
dapat.
this.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the teams are
Anjir,
good.
di
But
bawah.
Sorry.
the defense at times has been questionable, and certainly no more questionable than it has been right now. But
Di
that's
gua
fine.
kayak
It
dapat
just
loh
means
nih.
we get more goals, and another goal is going to go in at the hands of Raf Duang. As that whip on the backboard,
Tadi,
Sikala Abyss has been
Lau.
so good.
Satu
on
yang-
the
So
level.
buji.
Most of these games,
Gua kiri,
but
gua
that
kiri.
one whiff is going to get punished.
Saya coba kiri.
All 3 goals
Oh, man.
coming off the boots of Best Defenders Asia in this one so far, but it is 2-1.
Kanan
I said earlier that Best Defenders, their
Tadi
best
Canai.
defenders, their good offense,
Enggak salah
No
gua masih.
has slowed
It's okay.
down somewhat in the past little while. That
Time.
pitch,
No
let's go
problem.
the open net. They got plenty of time to set this one up,
There it is.
and rolls it in. Does Raftuang.
I was worried that I was going to get flashbacks of our previous
So good,
series, but
okay.
no problem. He didn't make it
Unlucky.
easy. He could have, but confidence you have to
Aku
respect there
cheating.
after Ang. Slapping that in at a fair rate of knots, and it's 3-1, 3 minutes on the clock, 2-goal lead. Best Defenders Asia just have that to defend. Maybe they can defend that.
Aduh,
But
aduh,
obviously,
aduh.
Calabas isn't going to find the contact he was looking
Aduh.
for, so WARTEG
Aduh.
Barokah, they get caught up on the defensive again.
I'm with you on that as well. You've just seen that one roll towards an empty net. It's like, we've seen this so many times today where it does not go in.
Tapi
Ya.
Luckily for Best Defenders Asia, they do get a 1 on the board, or another on the board, I should say. 3-1 up, possibly 4-1 up as we approach
Gua
halftime.
zero, gua zero.
WARTEG Barokah said they wanted to be aggressive. They are starting to get that aggression
Nah,
rolling,
ada
although
besi.
you see in Nox
Jadi,
and
beri bawah.
Dealer just sitting back. I want to see them have a crack at this net, because whenever they've came down and had a goal, they've been successful.
It's a little bit of a whiff again on the
Not bad,
defense,
bro.
but no
Nice,
problem
nice.
at all. I don't like to highlight it, it's just kind of repetitive as that shot again comes off the
Aduh, gua miss.
crossbar. WARTEG Barokah, their shots have been dangerous at times, but sometimes
Nah,
they
gua
easily
kiri.
got more goals than they have
edit.
with just a couple inches difference on their shots. As
Gua
from
nunggu
out of
di kiri.
nowhere, and Octane came and slammed that
Gua
one.
naikin.
It was,
Terus,
of course,
ah,
over the
gua-
bar, but you can see the
no.
surprise on the Best Defenders Asia faces. They were just sort of like, whoa. From out of nowhere, okay. It seems
Yep.
he's come there
Ayo.
and just slapped it dangerously, but no danger
Yes.
on the shot end up eventually. There's certainly danger here. That one was out in front of the net.
What
But
did
Anoxe making a
Good
good
one.
save here. Time is still ticking down in this game. 3
Nice.
to go ahead game in the series. Squirrel has the shot to take. It's not going to be on the mark. Dealer has deflected it
Good one.
sideways. It's awkward
Nice, nice.
on the block.
Maju.
But he's going to be able to clear it downfield again. It's just straight to the hands of the optimistic.
Nah,
Luke,
nggak
who
kebam,
does
sorry.
Get dunked pretty
Is that
damn
it?
hard, and it's rolling round again. Nothing too clear cut.
Bingung.
It's all well and good.
Oh, masuk,
WARTEG
masuk.
Barokah just keeping up their defense for what it's worth.
Mati gua.
They got to turn in,
Oh,
into
yeah.
offense at some
Gua
point,
di
and obviously
gawang.
might have just given away the fourth straight up into the hands of Squirrel. Now
Ready?
Best Defenders Asia just
Yeah.
moving
Gawang.
this ball downfield, just holding on to it,
Bang.
not letting WARTEG Barokah have a go at it as they really want to. Like I said, I think if WARTEG Barokah just bring this into the blue half and
Hey.
have a crack at
nice
net,
tuh.
Nice.
they will be successful.
Well,
But
Squirrel,
Best Defenders
Good
Asia
one.
are doing a great,
Good one.
grand job holding on to this ball and preventing
Is
that
it? So?
from happening.
Raftuang is running that round at speed. In fact, he's got another touch
Last
there
night.
before Squirrel does as he tries to link up back into the midfield. But a good block coming out from Anoxy, who's really shone on defense in the past couple of minutes. Dida's first hit was great. Set up for the double touch, but he couldn't quite reach that second touch. But reaching the touch was Anoxy there. He just couldn't turn his shot on target. His optimistic noob does a great job there. He runs it down the line past one, demos him, and takes the boost. In the outside.
Aduh, klip
What have I just done
gue.
here? Is it maybe a dangerous shot? Is up for the lead. It is the same as there, but so is the follow-up.
Itu dia klipnya
Look at this
hilang.
touch from Anoxy as well, just draws the defenders to that. And Anoxy
Padahal kita semua udah dapet, tinggal dulu.
even though Raftuang didn't have a chance to get back on that one and recover in time, it confuses him just a little bit, just screens out that shot coming through. And now off the kickoff, they have the advantage. WARTEG Barokah barreling down the throats. Although Squirrel is able to send that right back into midfield.
Lu kan tadi mau dijagain biar gak jatuh kan pasti kan?
But best defenders do get that one down and are one game away from a rematch with Kittens.
Now, some good defense.
This is WARTEG Barokah kalau yang ini.
For me, from Raftuang, he's made a difference. You see him across the pitch, across that entire game. There's a huge block there to keep that 3-2 lead. You have to think that WARTEG Barokah would have been favourites again, having already won an overtime this series if they could have forced one in that third game. But now, best defenders one game away from moving on to that qualification match. WARTEG Barokah one game away from being eliminated.
And to be eliminated at this stage of the competition must
Go follow.
but we've got to lose somebody. We've got to lose two of these teams. And WARTEG Barokah, we said they're the unknown factor, the underdogs today. They've shown some grand underdog spirit, taking a game here in the lower opening rounds.
Gue ragu anjir mau maju belum ada yang dikawal.
To lose this one. And Squirrel,
Gue ditampar langsung sama optimistik. Di-slap gue langsung.
Every time he gets an uncontested shot, Squirrel's just been ripping bullets left, right, and center as that one dead down the center with so much power that nobody on WARTEG Barokah could even get close to stopping it. The reaction and positioning had to be so on point, and it instead was just on the mark, and they're going to have to come back from behind again, which seems to be their specialty right now.
Does seem that way. One goal lead is
Dude,
always the most vulnerable. Here comes Squirrel, and gonna make it to no Dila steps in front of him. Just completely out of nowhere, had no idea where Dila came from, just dropped really out of the sideways, I suppose. Optimistic now, we'll look to follow it up.
Lo masalahnya apa namanya? Udah nunggu kalau naik
Floating past from Squirrel here, who keeps it central and dangerous. That's a really good touch from him. An optimistic noob had a way easier run to that ball than Dila did. It ended up being uncontested into an undefended net effectively. It's best defenders Asia, they double down on their lead. They really want that rematch with the Kittens.
They really do.
Solo play? Oyo!
Remember, no bracket resets today. Next game you see on, or the next match will be for qualification between Kittens and whoever wins from here. Right now, that's looking like best defenders Asia. And you got to remember how close it was in that Kittens matchup. And Raf, he wants to crack. It's 6.5 grand. He wants to have that matchup against the feline team in the next round.
Look at the pass from optimistic noob again. You could see the entire WARTEG Barokah defense at his mercy, waiting on the net like, please don't hurt us, and he just passes it off with another lovely weighted pass, and the shot just became unstoppable.
What do WARTEG Barokah need to do to get back into this matchup? Because best defenders Asia have just been pushing and not giving any quarter here in the lower semi-final in this game number 4. WARTEG Barokah just need to get this possession back.
It's just the panic that has been non-stop setting in. You can't tell a team that's 3-0 down in match point then they're about to be eliminated to just not panic, but that is what is going wrong here. The composure isn't there. They feel second best, they feel outclassed against this best defenders. They feel the pressure
And then-
this tournament,
nice.
and right now
Zero.
it's just going from bad to worse.
Free.
Their early
Free.
jumps, they are going to get a big win on this challenge here. And with a double,
Ah,
win, suddenly everyone is racing back to best defender. Net has been
Ready.
open, it has been
Baru dapat
punished,
gol.
and yet it goes unpunished here. We stay at 3-0. A huge opportunity falls by the wayside.
And Sika Abyss has been really the guy on WARTEG Barokah during this lower semi-final who's made those shots in just a uncharacteristic width from him. Will allow this one to trickle down to half-time with WARTEG Barokah still to score, and a couple of good chances there taken away by the defense of Best Defenders Asia. We were criticising their defense earlier on Lacto, but they're certainly stepping their game up here for a chance of qualification.
This be their first clean sheet of the day.
Bueno.
For Best Defenders, I think it
I
would
think
have
so.
been, yeah.
I think it will be.
Yeah,
Impressive, actually.
I think
Okay.
it's.
Yeah, it is.
I was sorry. I was
Right.
going to say it's the first clean sheet of the day, but it's the
did
first
the
clean
good
sheet of the day outside
No.
of Broccoli.
Okay, now that's
Right.
fair enough. That's
Get it.
fair enough. But they still have 2 minutes to try and keep it, and I could see them losing it. There've
Right.
been a couple freak moments every now and again, but a good performance on the whole, really. WARTEG Barokah have to step up their game right now, or else it will be too late.
Ano?
It's just going to be
Nasib.
chopped out
Nah,
in
gua
the midfield,
jagain, soalnya tadi itu
optimistic
masih
move
berapa
again. Look
skor.
at the composure he's got, faking out the defense, forcing the commitment here. Sika Abyss is going to slap it down to the right, and he's going to do a good job of it. He's allowed to follow it up with the demo. Squirrel pays with his life to get that one away from the blue net.
Again,
What
Sika
the
Abyss
heck?
just trying to create opportunities for WARTEG
I don't know.
Barokah. He's been a revelation since he was subbed in for this series. I think he
Aduh,
has been the better
Mau
player
ambil tadi, sorry.
to bring him
Mabit,
in.
mabit, mabit.
Noxie all just barely avoids the own goal. Would have been maybe the third one of the day, but it's the fourth
Yahoo!
of this game for Squirrel on Best
Gue
Defenders
gak tahu kapan ada kapan gitu.
Oh, they get each other's way, and it turns into a great backboard
Did-
pass. Squirrel,
Oi.
textbook finish.
Apa?
That's so
Olympic.
unfortunate for WARTEG Barokah. It's not their first double
Ayo,
commit.
Sim.
It might not be the last, but it certainly has been punished harshly. And Squirrel is going to be up for another. He's going to slap it, and he's not
Baru
going
main.
to get another instead.
Baru mau.
Raftuang is. I mean, nothing's going WARTEG Barokah's way. Look at this save from an
Diajak
Oxy.
sendiri gue.
How does this end up going out mid?
Di
like this?
streamnya sih mungkin udah selesai match.
No.
That's just summed up their day, really.
It's just unfortunate, and just nothing has gone their way. I will say, like, that has been
anjing.
WARTEG Barokah's sort of downfall
Ah,
in
no,
this series.
son.
They have been making some key blocks, but they haven't really been accounting for the second man, even the third man coming in for Best Defenders Asia, and that is just a lovely
Ta-da.
roll through from Optimistic. Noob finds Rafrodang for his third.
Look at the pre-flip though. Length he gets above that, and he gets it past Anoxy, who sees the speed of the challenge, ends up backflipping to cover the near post, manages to squeeze it in past him. He has no right scoring from there, but he has done it marvelously. You're right to sort of highlight the second ball on the WARTEG Barokah defense there as well. It becomes so hard for them to cover the second ball and not leave uncontested shots when they get so closed up and bunched on the defense. It means they cover so little of the pitch effectively and so little of where spare balls end up
Mati gue.
flying. They are going to link up nicely on the defense to keep control of it, but they can't keep control of it for long. The Squirrel is absolutely hounding, running up the trees, and he's running around the defense there. And 6-0, it's got to be over at this point.
Surely it's got to be over. Maybe not over for the Brazil as of yet. I just want to see
Kamu
what
jadi
Brazil,
menang, dia
that's
nyari klip
all I
anjing.
want out of this. Well, we've got 7. Will they? Now, here's the thing. There's this argument about, oh, if you go 7-0 up, you just, it's a love. Okay, well, we'll just appreciate, it's a brilliant pre-jump, and Raftuang has really started to shine in this series.
Jangan
But
digolin
the,
dulu,
the
gila.
argument is he sportsmanlike
Iya,
to
makanya.
let the one goal in from WARTEG Barokah?
Satu.
7-1. Is that something
One
like-
team got was it triple trouble? Got some slack for deliberately
it
own
was.
goaling, like DreamHack Valencia, I think it was.
Might have been.
Yeah, maybe it's not going to happen. I mean, if it's a team getting eliminated, maybe it's harsh. Maybe we'll see it. Squirrel, you are the one with the power. Instead, he says, you know what, I want 8. He sends it hopefully down. Can WARTEG Barokah keep it up reliably? It has popped out dangerously. It won't be
Mungkin
8.
casternya
It's sent
nggak
away
bisa
and
selesai.
wide. It's still kept up
Come on,
though.
we want
0
it.
seconds.
Go on, Anoxy.
Anoxy trying to get it downfield, but he's going to be hitting it down. It's bounced. It's
Yes.
He's still kept it up.
It's been up for this long, we
Surely they
deserve
can't
it.
reach that ball.
Oh.
It will be 7.
Udah boleh balik match ya?
Defenders Asia. They will be their first clean sheet of the day, and building off that with a 3-1 win going into our final matchup here against the Kittens. It is the rematch. Can they get
Yes.
their
Nonton
revenge?
kecewa.
Oh, it's going to
Nonton
be a juicy, juicy
Aduh, thank you guys.
after this break.
Aduh, thank you guys. Konten.